All right, so for problem number 9, they want us to convert 123.0 nanograms. Oops, got a little crazy with the old tablet. And they want us to convert that to megagrams. Wow, that's going to be interesting. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert these to grams and then convert them back. So remember that there are, and this is posted in Canvas too. I have paper copies if you want the paper copy, but it's in Canvas. But this is the conversion thing for metric, and it does all the prefixes. Nano is 10 to the 9th. So there are 10 to the 9. That looks like a 9, sort of. Nanograms is equal to 1 gram. Okay? Also, 1 gram, wait, I got to back up. 1 megagram, does anybody remember what mega is? Huh? We talked about it the day before yesterday. What does mega mean?
Million.
A million, right? 1 megagram is 1000,000 grams. 1 million grams. Now, that's a lot of zeros. If you don't want to write all those zeros, you could just say 10 to the 6th, right? All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with 123.0 nanograms. And then I need a conversion factor. Now I'm going to start with the nanograms because I got to switch from nanograms to megagrams. So I'm going to go from nanograms to grams, and then from grams to megagrams. That's the path I'm going to take. So now on this first conversion ratio, I'm either going to put the nanograms on the bottom or grams on the bottom. I'm going to put nanograms on the bottom because that lets me cancel things out. So I know that there are 10.9 nanograms in 1 gram. Now I specifically chose nanograms, and this is where I need you guys to pay attention, and put that on the bottom because a nanogram divided by nanograms equals 1, so they cancel out. Does that make sense? It might not make sense, but that's how it is. Okay? Now, I'm not done yet because my answer has to be a megagram. So now what I'm going to do is I have to decide what goes on the bottom. Does megagrams or grams go on the bottom of my next fraction? Grams. Why'd you say grams? No, you're right. Was it like I got a 50-50 shot?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the reason, and this is where I want you guys to pay attention, the reason is I put grams on the bottom because I have grams here and I want grams down here. When I have that, I can cross cancel. Now, I know that I have 10 to the positive 6 grams is equal to 1 megagram. But if the reason I wanted to cancel all those ones in the top, if you notice in the top, I have 123.0 times 1 times 1 megagram. In other words, if we look at the top here, I have 123.0. This was canceled, so I don't have to write it down here, times 1, but this was canceled, so I just put 1 here. And then I have 1, so I put my 1 here. And then my final unit, which is megagrams, and I have that here. And that's what I'm looking for. Now, if we do the bottom, watch this. This is, I don't know if cool is the right word, but this is the effect of it. 10 to the 9 times 10 to the 6. Again, I'm just multiplying what's left over. 10 to the 9 goes here. My nanograms got canceled, right? So there's no nanograms. And then my grams got canceled. So there's no grams. So then my final, well, almost final, is equal to 123.1 megagram, not 0.1, 0.0 megagrams all over. Now, what do I do here? Well, the shortcut, what's the shortcut, you guys? Can I combine that? Can I say 10 to the 15? How'd you get that? Yep, the shortcut when you're multiplying two bases that are the same, you just add the exponents. So there's a couple ways you could treat this. If we want to leave this answer in scientific notation, we probably should, because really what I'd have to do is tack on 15 more zeros or move it 15 units to the left, which will give me like this crazy decimal. But what I could do is I could say 123, right? 0.0 mega, whoops, I don't want to put the megagrams yet, times 10. Now this is an interesting thing. If I have a 10 on the bottom of or if I have 15 on the bottom of a fraction and I pull it up and toss it up to the top, what happens to that power? Catherine knows, she doesn't want to guess it. You don't know? What happens to the sign of a power when you put it on the opposite? It changes to what?
What sign are we talking about?
Positive or negative?
Oh. Well, what's the...
Well, this is, it just says positive 15, right?
Oh.
So what do you think we should do? Yeah. So this becomes negative 15 mega. But now this isn't true scientific notation. I'm going to need to move this decimal over 1, 2 units. So really, I should write my answer as 1.23 times 10 to some other number. So does this become negative 13 or negative 17? That's the question.
Negative 13.
Why'd you say that?
I don't know, because it wasn't to the left and it's going backwards.
Yeah, but if you ever get confused, you could just plug it into a calculator to see if it's right. So we had 123 times 10 to the negative 15, right? That's what it is. 1.23, and when you see E, that means 10 to the negative 13. So we were right on that one. So we're going to go with it. That's the final answer.
So I have a question.
Yeah, lay it on me.
So for 70, it's 50 milliliters equals question mark cup. And